Sure.
Okay.
Let's do this. Okay, I had a lot planned, but my brain is like so mumbo jumboed from this bonus thing. I'm like, so the workbook is amazing that Mel and Brooke made. It's in the Relentless Ambition. I also have it saved in PDF form. Yeah. So we can send that out if y'all want it. It is incredible. It has really made me dissect every part of me. So I wanted to kind of share what, just kind of a blip of what I'm breaking into. I put a podcast, it's 11 minutes long. It's called, I think it's Your Own Virtual Upline. This guy is like a freaking genius. I get a takeaway every time I listen to him. And he was saying how to like market yourself. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh, I help people make money from their phone. I help moms like produce income from their phone and from anywhere in the world, from shopping in Target and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, that's like literally what I do. And he's like, you're making it a disservice to yourself by making this seem so easy and so like just simplified. And he's like, we have so much more to offer here in social network marketing. We offer community and transformation and growth and the feeling of fulfillment, the feeling of having purpose in the work that you do. I know before I started Thrive, no way would I become a realtor. And now I am, all because of Thrive and the tools that it has given me, the confidence that it has given me. It's not just about, you know, making a quick buck or having something that's just easy to do from your phone. The community here is just unmatched. It's the training is unmatched. Everything that is accompanied with it. We have so much more to offer than just making it like, oh my God, let's sign you up and just here it's easy. Just post like, you know, once a day, stay on your stories, and that's it. You'll just produce income. And this business has taught me to build more meaningful relationships, not just to make money, but just to help with my own personal growth. So the workbook is amazing. So my brand is the first, well, it doesn't have to be your first page, but my first page has like my brand, my 5 pillars, stuff like that. So I wanted to kind of break out and like be more descriptive and get more of like who I am, because I feel like I've kind of been in this cycle of, oh, I grew up poor. Oh, I blah, blah, blah. You know, you kind of just get sick of hearing your own story. And so I came up with a couple other things that might help you guys too. So my brand is Cycle Breaker. I feel like I'm funny, so humor and honesty. I have my rainbow baby on the way from PCOS. So I've had a miscarriage. I'm first time mom, girl mom, wife, dog mom. I like to hunt. I like to work out. I'm empathetic, passionate. My passions include like health and wellness, obviously, and building wealth. So I really dug into who I was a little bit more. And I feel like that helps me create a better brand. And I know it seems like I'm broadening my audience, but I feel like it's making me kind of hone in more on my audience of who I want on my team. I want people who are passionate about changing lives and helping other people and stepping into leadership roles. Reasons I need Thrive were, so I broke this down because on the front page, it just says like 5 reasons you need Thrive. And I was like, I was talking to Des the other night. I'm like, I need the products because, you know, there's 2 parts of Thrive. There's the business and products. So products are, I was getting migraines. I haven't had a migraine in a year. October will be a year that I have been migraine free. And that's like insane to me. I need it because I have PCOS, my gut health sucked. I need mood support, energy, and my immune system boosted. The business aspect, I kind of covered that. I need Thrive because I want connection, community, support. I need cheerleaders in my life. I want to feel like I'm valued in the work I do. It's taught me to take on leadership roles and have an impact on people. I can't tell you how many messages I've gotten in the past, I don't know, especially since we moved to Texas. So in the past 6 months of, oh my gosh, I wish I had the strength that you had to share about, you know, your miscarriages and your trials in life. And that in itself is like way more of a reason why I'm here than money. And that was just, it means so much to me that I can help other women overcome miscarriages or whatever else they're going through. And then prior to Thrive, I was hopeless, lethargic, a follower. I was not a leader. I tried, I wanted to be, but I didn't have the confidence to be a leader. I was insecure, not consistent with really anything. I would just kind of flip flop. Never really made my bed even, just simple things like that. Very irritable and skeptical. And now I am like none of those things. It's very nice not to relate to people when they talk about being exhausted and hating their job and, the things people complain about every day. And then just a couple tips I learned from the MMM, I think it's called now. If you were on that this morning, oh my God, this girl was amazing. So every single morning she deletes her stories and starts with, it's called a thirst trap. I was like, what the hell's a thirst trap? I never heard of her before. And she did a really good job explaining it. So she deletes her stories in the morning and then put something like funny. First, something she put, she had like this like a teeth whitener blue light thing, and it accidentally fell out of her mouth and people were like dying. So that makes people want to get on her story and watch it more because she's funny. And it made people laugh. It made people's day right away. And so I got on my story and I was like, well, what's my first slide? And it was Thrive. It was a customer enrollment. And I'm like, oh, that's why people are deleting their stories, because after, I think it's 24 hours, the slides start deleting and you don't dictate what your first slide is anymore. And I was like, mind blown. So I am going to, from now on, delete my stories and put a thirst trap as my first slide and kind of just start to show more of my personality and just my quirkiness and happy and silliness. And then she went over utilizing meme templates. So if you go on my story, there's one, and this guy has like 3 different like sections of, he's like just looking at his phone, and I put working my business as usual. And then the second one, he's like all wide-eyed holding his phone. And I was like, when they drop bonuses. And then the last one, he's like shaking, holding his phone. And it's like seeing bonuses that everyone can make like an obscene amount of money, something like that. I got my meme template from Pinterest. So if you just type in meme template, it pops up with like a ton. Yeah. I was like, this is genius. And so I went and followed the girl who led the meeting today. And she went on my story and was like, dude, can I take that? That's genius. And I'm like, I got the idea from you, man. Like, this is such a good idea. I'm going to drop her Instagram handle, but I will let Sarah talk your ear off now.
All righty. So Shelby went over like kind of the first half of the notebook, and something I just wanted, I think we probably, do you have yours set up the same way Mel does? That she dropped or no? Kind of? Okay. So my team in our chat asked if I could show them how I set mine up. So I printed off the pages and I got these clear tabs that I put them in. And I have the pillars worksheet first. And Melissa, I know this is all like super new and you might be joining. So if you are, I will make you a workbook to work out of. This is just how we work our business and things that we can do to work our business. It's just easier to work off of a checklist. Yeah. I have the monthly action plan. And for me, because I am a cheap ass and I don't want to be constantly buying printer ink, I put all of my papers in the clear tab sleeves. And then I bought I bought 2 packets of notebook paper that all had holes in it. And I put, so like, I kind of go off of this, but I put it over here. So that way I can just flip on to the next one and not constantly have to be printing some of these off every single month. Does that make sense? Hopefully to everybody. Who is unmuted? Okay, sorry. I have my IPAs next, which I just kind of go down through these The weekly business tracker, same thing, just kind of made my own over here because it was only 88 cents for this big packet. I'm on a meeting, baby. Hang on. It was only 88 cents for like a big packet of notebook paper. So I'm like, I will go through that. And so yeah, I did that. I have the content strategy. I have my content planned out, weekly focus, all of that planned out. More weekly focus. I honestly did my Saturday and Sunday on the back of that one. So I need to move that page, but, and then the sample trackers, which I've already started on. Forgot to drop that in the chat. I got a sample out. And then the VIP. So that's just kind of how I set mine up. And it works for me just because, like I said, I don't want to be printing all that stuff out all the time. And then something else I wanted to touch on, and I know I dropped it in the chats, but if you didn't read it, because sometimes I miss things in the chats too. I had an aha moment today, and it was, I actually texted Ryan after I had it because it was, she's like, yeah, you need to drop that in the chat for sure. So I wanted to read it if you all did not see it. But this morning, I was sitting here and you can't see it, but I have a whole little cubby thing back here of all my devotional stuff. And if some of you probably don't know, but I actually struggle from depression and anxiety, but more so depression. And I get in my head a lot, like a whole bunch. And when I tell you I am a planner to the T. I plan everything out. I write all of my posts every single week. I have post batched. I don't post every single day, but I have it all batched. How does that make sense? I don't know. I have like my workbook here done. I have binders full. This notebook right here. I started writing down every single batch posting topic I have in here. Like when I'm talking, like I'm ready to go and I'm struggling, like I have it, but I don't put in the work. And I had an aha moment today when I was doing my Bible studies. I'm a planner, and I'm going to read you what I sent Ryan, and I also dropped it in the chat. But I said, I literally make all the plans. I do all the batch, have my workbook ready to go. I'm a major planner, but I struggle with putting my plans into action. And I think I don't do it because I'm afraid of failing. So I just stay where I am. But me staying where I am, I'm already failing myself. That was my aha moment this morning. And I was like, well, damn, girl, you're already failing. So why not just put it into action? Because I mean, who knows where I could be? And I'm going to be honest with you, when they dropped these bonuses and I was on the call, I thought my first thought was, holy crap, they've never done anything like this. This is amazing. QV rank, not rank, just QV bonuses. That's insane. Never done it in 10 years. I've been in the company 4.5, 5 years. I don't know. Never seen that before. And then my next thought was, I'm never going to hit that. I'm not even going to try. And then I was reading the fine print and I was like 200 QV. Like, is that new customers? There's no way I can do that. I'm not even going to run for this bonus. It wasn't until this morning that I got serious about this bonus. And I'm not even kidding. This morning when I had my aha moment. And now I'm like, guess what? I'm doing it. I'm hitting it. And I'm taking 3 people with me. Right there. Do not count yourself out. People do not want perfect because perfect is boring. Perfect sucks. Could you imagine if every single person in this world was perfect? Oh my gosh, gross. I don't want to be perfect. I want to be far from perfect. And I just get in my head, honey, stop please. I just get in my head so much about things need to be pretty and they need to be clean and they need to be perfect. But then when I post hey, shh, their dad went to go pick up dinner. I'm sorry. I forgot what I was saying now, but when Shelby, you might remember this, and Anita too, but I was posting like funny things, like first thing on my stories, like catching my vitamins and just being goofy, and my story views were up like crazy. And for some reason I backslid and I went back to being like boring old look pretty Sarah again and not showing up. And now I'm like, I mean, Anita can attest to this too, but that's not who I am. So I need to start showing up as me. Make sure you're showing up as you. Just be you and you will attract the right people. 100%. Okay. I think that's pretty much all I had.
That's so good. I can completely agree with that. When I first started this business, I was trying to appeal to all audiences because I was like, I don't want to have a niche. I want to have like everyone. I want all the things. And I'm like, this sucks. Like I can't talk like I want to. And like I can't be open about who I am or what my thoughts are, what my real like opinions are. And when I had that moment, I'm just like, no, I'm gonna find my people. And I definitely have through this. And that's how you're going to find your people. And to touch on the bonuses again, you guys, this is insane. Like I have a little, whatever this is, flashcard with the bonus payouts. So if you hit 4K in new volume, that's $400 a week until it's paid out, which I think it's all 10 weeks. So that's how they divided it up. So say I hit 4K in new volume by September 30th. The next week I start getting paid. I don't have to wait till December. That was like mind blowing. So you start getting these paychecks before Christmas, which is amazing. 12K in volume is $600 a week. 40K is $1,333. And then it just like goes up from there. So I keep looking at this every single day for motivation because I've had months where I signed up like 15 new customers and a promoter. And it's like, why am I telling myself I can't do that like now that there's these life-changing bonuses on the line? This is so silly. Yeah, every week. I know it's crazy. So really put yourself out there. Don't be afraid of failure. If you listened to T for Two last night, they were talking about anchors and limiting beliefs and having just the fear of failure and having the fear of not hitting that instant success and people watching you start and promote yourself. And then you don't get rich right away. Like I've been here a year and I've hit 12K like 3 months in a row, lost rank because I kind of fell off for a minute, but that's okay. Like that doesn't mean the business doesn't work. It means that I fell off and I'll never do that again. So now that this bonus season is around, like it's been a decade and they've never released anything like this. You guys, you have an amazing opportunity in front of you to really just run with it. And I'll tell you, just work your business like, well, better than usual, but just like be yourself, show up, like do not take a day off. Honestly, like if you really, really want this, I'm not taking a day off. People are taking Sundays off. I'm not because I want this money so bad. Like I will, yeah, Dane, I'm like, sorry, babe, I'll see you in December, basically. Like I'm still present, obviously, but I'm working my tail off. I'm interacting with my potential promoters. I probably interact with about 50 people every single day on Instagram and Facebook. So like 25 in each. Facebook has been amazing for business so far. So I post 3 to 4 times a day. I'm probably annoying people, but I don't care because they don't pay my bills. And I'm just so stoked about it. And I'm definitely paying attention to the 80-20 rule. If you guys don't know what that is, just people are going to buy you before they buy the product. So share the quirky, share the funny, share your life, share funny memes. People don't want to just see your story plastered in Thrive. People don't want to see your feed plastered with Thrive. That's so boring to me. Like I follow a lot of Monet girls and that's all they post. And it's all the same stuff because they use the same templates. Like they do not get on Canva and get creative like we do, not discounting, the Monet girls. Cause there are some that are like, I follow and I'm like, dude, you're doing it all right. Like come to Thrive with me because you're so good at what you do. But yeah, just be yourself. And for your posts, do more lifestyle posts than business posts. For your story, really do use that thirst trap. Like use yourself, use the you that you are, like show you're funny. get vulnerable, share what you're going through. Like if you're having a tough day, share it. Like being pregnant, this has not been fun for me. I do not ever want to have a kid ever again, because I have had the like worst pregnancy, but I talk about it. I'm like, dude, what do you guys do for this? Because I am dying. I am nauseous all the time. I'm bedridden. I don't feel good. Like help. And people want to help. So if you are having a problem, what do you do when you're not funny? I just use my humor to cover my like trauma or bad times. So if I'm not being funny, I literally am just like, dude, I'm having a bad day. Like, what do you guys do to pick yourselves up? What do you do to get
Excuse me,
yourself?
but we were
Yeah.
on a plane heading to Texas, and I was like, "Oh, Anita, look!" As we're in the air, I'm like, "Look, you can see that whole lake." And she's like, "I don't like water," and she's like freaking out because we are like going up, and she's like, "I don't like water," and I'm laughing. I'm like, what do you like? You and thrive and ground the water, my kids." You are funny. You just don't think you're funny, but I laughed and I'll never forget that. So I'm just saying. But I'm glad I was number one on that list.
I remember the Mexican food restaurant. We were all oh my God, you guys were so funny to hang out with.
Exactly. You are funny. You just don't think you're funny.
Just pretend. Just pretend.
Come around me. I'll make you funny.
Yeah. We're going to have so much fun on this retreat, you guys. I don't remember who all is going that's on this group, but you guys, these retreats are so worth it. It is so much fun. Like I went on this retreat to Ryan's upline, and that was so intimidating, you guys. She's a top income producer. She makes millions. Like, I'm not even joking. So going to stay at her house, not knowing anybody besides like Kay, that was like insane, but it was so life-changing. Like these retreats aren't just to, I don't know what I was thinking it was going to be, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It was so much more, and getting poured into was so worth every moment of me being or thinking I would be uncomfortable. So I'm so excited to meet all the ladies that are going, and I just can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be a ball. But
Yeah.
that's all I have.
And I'm all set. Does anybody have any questions while we're on?
Oh yeah, do you guys have questions about like the bonus or
The workbook?
I don't know. Yeah.
How to get out of your damn head, or if you start getting burnt out with running this with this bonus going, please, please, please just reach out to one of us so we can help you, whether it be help you write a post, help you with an unfold, help get something up. I know I'm not super consistent, but I will be getting more consistent now that I'm getting out of my head. And I found what helps me is when I start every single morning, before I even post anything on my stories or get on my phone, is I get my Bible stuff out and I start doing my devotion to try and I'm in a better mindset and headspace all day when I start off with my depression devotion, because that's my biggest struggle. So can you be quiet, please? Thanks. Anyways, fine. If you're struggling, reach out. If you're struggling depression wise, reach out, because I'm like your number one girl who can help you out with that stuff. But whatever you're struggling with, somebody on this team can help you. And if we can't, then we will find somebody who can. Okay.
Yep.
So does anybody have any questions though before we log off?
Comments, concerns, whatever.
No?